Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, DA. Thanks. Here we go. So the Pelicans win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, we've got Anthony Edwards. Horford is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Suggs in at the shooting guard. Now here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good that time. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
So it's San Antonio now, following Al Horford's three-point attempt. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Suggs. Traps in the tray. Suggs has got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Pelicans. Here's San Antonio. It's a 3-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to Horford. There's the triple. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
You hear the term stretch 4 right there, Horford from the perimeter.
Down low. Here's Warren. And it's sent back by Horford. Hurdle's shot is off.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Suggs with the ball. Out guarded by Tatum. Shoots over Warren. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Spurs have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Tatum passes to Carson. Tipped away. Isaac kicks to Tatum. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. One thing that can be entertaining at this point of every season is how unexpected rivalries, Greg, begin to develop.
Yeah, teams that might not be traditional rivals have a few heated games early on, and now their matchups become must-see TV. Happens every season.
Spurs making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. And now the first timeout call here for the Spurs.
Now introducing the incomparable Spurs Breakers. Here at Vegas.
A different look now for San Antonio. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Nerlens Noel comes in for Warren. And Gordon Hayward's is subbed in for Isaac. Now here's Tatum. He is a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And stolen by Tatum. Will it go? And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And so Tatum nails them both. And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP. in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the final.
And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 6. Van Vliet passes to Hayward. Horford against Tatum. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And Valanciunas kicks to Edwards. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Spurs have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Van Vliet passes to Tatum. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
A mix of agility and strength makes Tatum lethal inside. He could easily work around the defense.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his side.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans.
Look who's coming out of the hardwood now. Get out of your seats, Spurs fans. Make some noise for your Spurs.
And the Spurs with some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Wright in for Fred Van Vliet. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Ryan, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Davis comes in for Edwards. Payton, he's checked in for Suggs. And it's Dennis Smith in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here is Smith, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. And now, let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
.135 left in the first quarter. Payton dishes to Davis. Pass to Bryant to stop the drought.
Markkanen putting some work in on the defensive end, just outworking the shooter, closing out.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now here's Davis. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Passes to Bryant. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And good recognition for Bryant to head right to the hoop.
The Spurs have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Smith. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Markkanen. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, a level of engagement that Horford brings on the defensive end every night is impressive. Terrific block there.
Pelicans shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Good team free throw numbers, really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability. Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Davis surveying the floor. And it's Noel with the rebound. Here's Finney-Smith. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pelicans lead by 2.
The Pelicans fans, please give a big round of applause for your Spurs Youth Dance Team.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
So for New Orleans right now, Thomas Bryant is out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and there's Davis, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard. And Bryant slams it in.
And I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander knows that this is an assist play in the making. Finds the open man.
Here's Van Vliet. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Suggs, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Substitution. Jalen Suggs.
Poke loose. Ryan against Isaac. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Over Fournier, and too long on the shot.
And D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Here's Suggs, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Tatum no good.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Van Vliet.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
All the length of Thomas Bryant involved in that block.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
When he comes in there with that tomahawk, that's just too much force. Here's Tatum. And the layup's good off the glass. Tatum's got 6 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Isaac. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They host the 76ers after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. They get it back. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Edwards. Bryant with a screen for Edwards. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Fresh 5 on the floor. New Orleans also making some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Stephen Lee's subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Wright missing. Pelicans leading by 4. Inside, Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
All right, Al Horford getting up there for the gym. You forget how big he is.
Now, here's Dedmon. Defended by Bryant. Pass to Finney-Smith. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Lee passes to Bryant. Kicks it to Suggs. Outside Edwards. Passes it to Suggs. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, aside from that possession, they've done a pretty good job of keeping the turnovers way down this game.
Davis is checked in for the Pelicans. Gary Payton comes in for Jalen Suggs. Right inside. Covered by Lee. Right, the pass to Finney-Smith. The pass to Carson. From deep. And Davis pulls it down.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And Bryant just attacking the rim with a strong finish inside.
Spurs trail by 6. Pass to Finney-Smith. Banked in off the glass. Finney-Smith's got his second basket of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lee kicks to Davis. A rebound by the Spurs. Right, the pass to Carson. To the middle. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Dedmon.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Noel against Horford. Bryant with a screen on Noel. Horford the pass to Bryant. And that one drops for him. Bryant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Bryant doing some work on the inside. Nice soft touch from 10 feet and in.
Here's Wright. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Delon Wright taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Warren comes in for Noel. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Carson. And New Orleans also making a change. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Lee. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And there's Bryant. That's good on the assist for Payton. Bryant's got 10 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Wright. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw drops for Wright. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's Payton. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Thomas Bryant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the...
Hello, everybody. When you move the ball, it gets people in the flow and leaves the defense scrambling.
Precision effort by them in the first half. I don't know if they can play much better, but we're about to find out.
And now, let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year race so far.
In the thick of the season now, these 5 rookies have really stood out to me. And we'll be talking.
And that's all for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Thomas Bryant really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
They've got Jason Tatum. Warren is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Carson in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Valanciunas kicks to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jalen Suggs.
Baiting the defender into a foul. Tatum wants to get to the line where he has always been terrific.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
The feed to Edwards.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
For New Orleans, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls. Fred VanVleet is checked in for San Antonio. And he can't hit the second. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 4-point game. VanVleet passes to Warren.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Spurs have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Warren at the line for 2.
Good on the second free throw. Pelicans leading by 3. Left side, Horford. From 13, the shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And boy, was he a huge part of their final run.
From 7, in deep, Tatum drops it in. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
The 10-footer. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Tatum, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. San Antonio making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Thomas Bryant comes in for Al Horford. Saban Lee subbed in for Jalen Suggs. Good on the bucket. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim, and he helped define their interior defense.
It's stolen by Bryant. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first basket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Finney-Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Spurs have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That free throw, no good. And some changes here for the Spurs. Markkanen comes in for Pirtle, and Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Warren. And New Orleans also making a change. Davis is checked in for Edwards.
It is amazing how good a three-point shooter Jonas Valanciunas has become.
Well, he didn't attempt a three in his first 5 years in the NBA, and now he's shooting a ton of them. So he's got great feel, great touch, and it's done a lot to round out his game.
Markkanen can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bryant with a screen for Davis. Basket good. Davis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. The kick out to Bryant from outside the arc. A fresh 14 for New Orleans. Takes a three. Not going to go that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. New Orleans has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Lee. The shot, no good. Hayward with some nice D. Van Vliet passes to Markkanen. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist in this one. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Who wants a team shirt?
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Nerlens Noel comes in for Tatum. Carson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Fred Van Vliet. And then for New Orleans, Al Horford is checked in for Thomas Bryant. Gary Payton comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Smith subbed in for Lee. Hayward can hit.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. A three-pointer, no good. Spurs trail by 5. Carson kicks to Hayward. For Davis, sinks it from just inside the baseline.
And the accuracy of Hayward's shooting really opens up the floor, making that mid-range look easy.
Pass to Davis. Horford with it. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Valanciunas sets a screen for Smith from 12 feet out. Dedmon with the block.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more block shots.
A second chance effort. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
New Orleans making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. And he's good on the second. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Driving the lane and finished up by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Davis. Here's Horford. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Given his massive size, it is easy to see why Horford picks up a lot of fouls.
For New Orleans, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Al Horford, 3 shots.
and he's good on the first of 3.
You just get a feeling with Al Horford that he's going to make an impact either on the floor or in the locker room, no matter who he suits up for.
He hits the second from the line. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. And we've reached the end of the third. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Davis. Then there's Edwards. And it's Horford at the center, filling out the middle. Just 2 to shoot. That one good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pelicans. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Al Horford with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Payton passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's sent back by Isaac. Van Vliet kicks to Isaac. Here's Fournier. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Fournier's got his first points of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Inside, here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Edwards can't hit. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 4. Lets it go from 14. Fournier's shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Payton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Markkanen can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 6. Payton passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Edwards. A 3-ball. Rebound San Antonio.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this is not been his best night.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the pass to Edwards. Davis against Pirtle. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires, high post. He doesn't hit that one. And the Spurs going the other way now.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them. It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Here's Edwards. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Isaac. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 6. Isaac passes to Markkanen. And the layup falls.
So great to see Markkanen healthy and knocking down big-time shots.
New Orleans gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right. They're just not playing their best.
Both teams decided to change it up. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Hayward. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Driving under the bright lights. You could see Hayward wanted the ball, playing like the match player he is.
New Orleans in the lead from 18 feet away. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his fourth rebound in this one. Pass to Noel. Suggs with the steal. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
To tie it up. And it's sent back by Horford. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. To the right side. Here's Valanciunas. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Spurs have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. The time to go forward. Here's Hayward. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Pelicans shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Gilgeous-Alexander. Dedmon with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Here's the three. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Wright finds Noel. Back to Wright. Over Horford. San Antonio again missing. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
The thing you love about Gilgeous-Alexander is his general feel of playing like a veteran, even though he's still in the early part of his career. I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Third team foul. At the line for the Pelicans, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Such a long and versatile guard that possesses a very intriguing and exciting skill set. Gilgeous-Alexander, lots of room to grow.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 6. 9 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
Substitutions of your Spurs. Lauri Markkanen. Gordon Hayward.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Jason Tatum. Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And you know, Jalen Suggs has had to deal with some huge expectations, but he's got a great attitude and always works hard to live up to them.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Pelicans ball. At the line for the Pelicans, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. At the line for 1.
And so he hits the technical free throw. So New Orleans wins it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
I feel like the last one left. I put the X in flex. I'm shooting with my left like Harden. So much water on my wrist and make my arm numb. All this money, I'm ballin' like LeBron. Son. Yeah, you can tell by the way I dress to leave my garments. So much fly, I can take you shopping in my closet.